basically them saying, I mean, this guy's bright on big time, this black car right here. Can you imagine being a serious person in regards to God and saying that you want God to know that, that them saying, I mean, obviously, that their race is above God's son? Okay, so you do terrorist acts all the time. Say if you made a terrorist threat, that you'd go to jail. But law enforcement and their allies, because they're doing it for the white race, okay, can you imagine that you actually think you're honoring your race and your ancestors by making that argument? It's fucking beyond retarded. For whatever reason, one of their goals, because it's impossible to miss, is to disgrace their race and their groups more than any race, groups, families, individuals, etc. in history by far could never be matched. Why is that? Why is that their goal? Even in their own wordplay, it says exception, except ion. Okay? Ionu, which is Heliopolis, Ra's cult center, is in Egypt. So it's saying except the son of the son, which is a symbol of God and the symbol of the bridegroom, except God's son. Except Psalm 19, right? The symbol of the sun. And Genesis 41:45 points out that On is Ra's cult center. In the footnotes, Heliopolis, and that Joseph took Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, I pointed this out many times in my videos, to be his wife, and Pharaoh had appointed her. So except, okay, you're not supposed to persecute God's son, except those who are actually divine. Exception, except on. Now, when we look at this thing, it is tradition, right? You think Masons and them have somebody there with a whistle? The rule books say there's no rule book. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? It's not there. Okay? They have to interpret it like everyone else does, the wordplay. You see what I'm saying? There's no other way to look at it. So their ancestors said, look, you stupid, illegitimate fools. Okay? If God's son comes, don't persecute him. It's against the fucking rules. And if you're in their lodge, you grab them by the fucking ear, you rack your fucking ruler across their hands, what have you. You punish those motherfuckers immediately. Okay? Under no circumstances. None. It's in the end of the Bible. None. You leave that guy alone. But they're too fucking stupid. Even according to their own Bible, their own wordplay, their own stated laws. We are talking stupid fucks. So yes, I'm heavily insulted when attractive women are shunning me for the dumbest fucks doing the dumbest shit there ever was. It is insane. It is straightforward. Accept this guy. Accept him because you have to accept him. You don't try to put yourselves above God's son. That's fucking retarded. Now, in your own Bible and Torah, the Jews had dark skin. Look at, I've seen some of the old pictures of Jewish family lines where their skins were dark. When you add the element of, well, he's colored, it takes on new meaning. Jesus was a man of color in your story when you go by mainstream logic, okay? These people first were in Abraham's line, in Babylon, in the Middle East. They then migrate for hundreds of years. They lived in Egypt, okay? Then they migrate out, back to the Middle East. You think these guys are whiter than fucking Snow White? Jesus, if you go by the mainstream story, had my complexion. And I'm the person that is Jesus in real life. The most righteous guy, the heavenly warrior, defeats the beasts, the Son of God, like Father, like Son. The Lord is a warrior, the Lord is his name. Isaiah 42:13, so on and so forth. So, and it is done. Now you say, hey, these guys say, you know what? Hey guys, we're gonna fucking just do it our own way. We're gonna take it from and do whatever we want, okay, so on and so forth. Then what's your justification? to disgrace yourselves more than anyone else. And look at where I am. Look at what time I'm there. You see my videos the last 27 days. This guy's brights on across the street. You just turned him down, I guess. You see my videos the last 27 days. I'm going to Morgan Hill most of the time. Morgan Hill, California. You said, let's change the way the Son of God looks. So when he goes to Morgan Hill, a town of like 30,000, 40,000 people, in the morning, that people don't see him and say, wow, that guy's impressive. And everyone else isn't. I think it's a little fucking stupid. And they're going to suppress my videos to some degree. Let's say they change the way I look at my videos. What's it going to do for you? What's the subject matter? The subject matter is how you change the way I looked. Again and again and again and again. The subject matter, even if you removed every evidence that I've complained about you changing the way I look and my voice and so on and so forth, it's still an African-themed argument. Okay? The Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order. Not Kung Fu, not American Taekwondo, not American Church. I'm not a Protestant, not Orthodox, not Catholic, not a Jew. Okay? You see Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order. Which would have been made better in a serious context than the way it looks when you edit my video. So if you believe the video looks that way originally and they took out every sign that I complained, it's still like, duh. You know what I'm saying? Is a real serious white guy superior to He-Man in the cartoon? Yes. Okay? Is a real serious African martial artist superior to the Black Panther in the cartoon in the movie? Yes. Okay? Because when you do some kind of immature kind of... Let me stop for 1 second. Let me stop at this stop sign and catch this. So I'm going to stop all the way. And let's do this real quick. This guy has his brights on in the next week. Let me drive. Brights on. It's like Tesla with the brights on super bright. I hope it caught that to a large degree. Okay. Now here is another bright sign. So I'm sure all the people listening, they probably put together nicely that accept the ion, right? Oh wow, there's another guy. They're not supposed to persecute me, folks. I don't know why they made the call to. I don't know what they were thinking. And this guy has his yellow bright sign, and this one should be a good shot. And it starts raining a little bit. A lot of stuff like that's been happening, you know. Anyway, so it is what it is, you know. Some people think that people like me should, you know, I mean, that's the rules they made one way or another. Some people think that they think people like me should be put on powerful antipsychotics, antidepressants, mood stabilizers, what have you. Perhaps SSRIs, you know, antidepressants, and they should be made to be seen groggy and low energy and so on and so forth. When we look at some of the ways they describe mental illness, they describe it in a way that makes it seem like, you know, obviously I'm not mentally ill, but it makes it seem like it's a good idea to drug people so they're less physically active. Okay, some of them are described as hyperactivity, so on and so forth. Okay, easily irritable. They say, give them some chill pills, so to speak. And boy, it is outrageous. The fact of the matter is, people are despicable if there's a reason for them to be upset and to rally together and to address immorality, like 1 in 4 little girls getting sexually abused. Okay, if somebody goes through life like it's, oh, what can you do? Oh, just make the best of it. There's something wrong with them. Let's think about it. I'll debate them on this issue anytime. If you go through life like 1 in 4 little girls being sexually abused isn't a serious issue. Like 10,000 children starving to death in the world every year, and the West is disproportionately responsible. They disproportionately run the world. And you think that, and you live in a Western country, you think that you shouldn't try to stop that from occurring okay, there's something wrong with you. Okay? That is, people are expected to fight to the death or to stand firm and be ready to die for much, much, much less than that. Look at the Bible, their own Bible. Okay, that which you did not do for the least of my brethren, or the least of your brethren, so to speak. Can we also imply that logically and fairly as little girls being sexually abused? Little children starving to death and dying of hunger-related issues that are at times more painful than starving to death? There's no excuse for the kind of normal, Norman, happy-go-lucky response that we see. That is sick. Let me give you an example to put it in perspective. Some of you are still struggling with that idea. But everyone does that or some bitch shit. Socially normative is not the same as logically normal. Socially normative in Nazi Germany, communist Russia, okay? In Rome, when they're having a bloodbath or an orgy, right? It's not the same as logically normal. The word normal is an anagram for the letter N, and moral. If people were eating babies in front of you while they're just taking a bite out of them, chopping right into them while they're still alive and tied to a plate, and they're screaming and crying and pissing everywhere and so on and so forth, is the normal thing to say, just to act normal? Oh, hi, oh, please, pass the salt. Oh, I don't eat babies myself, but pass the cheesecake. Is that normal? No, that's fucking insane. When I was younger, they used to point out that the craziest serial killers act very calm. They don't act like crazy psychopaths. The craziest psychopaths kind of blend in. Okay? The insane response for America in 2022 is to act like there aren't profound injustices taking place. To act like your sniveling life goals, your mediocre life goals, I just want a white picket fence, okay, is all that matters. Your day-to-day activities, to not insist that people come together to wage a war on poverty and crime and injustice in their true forms, okay, is fucking insane. It is nuts. And you then to reproduce, you have no inclination to stop the madness. I'll just leave it to the 1 in 5 CEOs who are psychopaths and their allies who are crazy enough to do business with them and make sure that psychopaths stay in power. Okay, narcissists, hedonists, pedophiles, sex cult lunatics. It is insane to reproduce. It is fanatic as hell. They say Masonry says we're waging war on fanaticism. Then why don't you insist that no one reproduces? You don't. You want people to reproduce because you are the fanatics as well. It is fanatic as hell. Like, I want a little baby. I don't care if it turns into a zombie or a vampire. I want a little baby. It's fucking nuts. And every day, what do we see, folks? What do we see? People are pregnant, people with newborn babies in their stroller, whatever you want to call them, young babies, toddlers. Those people are fucking insane. They are crazy. They say, well, if we're crazy, then why aren't they why aren't the cities named something crazy? At least a nickname, right? Like the Rotten Apple, Sin City, Chirac, Murdermore, right? Baltimore, Murdermore, and whatever else they have out there. Sin fucking City. It's allowed in America, the new Egypt, the new Babylon, the new Sodom and Gomorrah. Hello, folks. Maybe this place is fucking a little bit evil. You talk about the government is satanic. You ever see the church guys say it? It's satanic. And you're conforming to their rules and often have American flags in your fucking churches. Okay, you don't support Vader, but you support the stormtroopers. Okay, wow, yeah. Good luck with that, right? So, the master mathematician there. That's a brilliant guy. That's that one. It's a bright future. It's going straight to the heavens. Anyway, I have to leave it there.